Urban Development in Karnataka Part 2. We continue our discussions on urban development and planning. In this essay, we will cover issues concerning urban infrastructure and urban housing. We will see the efforts of the state government in terms of plans, programs, and projects it has undertaken. We will start with the urban slums and programs run by the government for their welfare. From the last 1 decade, the urban slum population in Karnataka has risen from 14 lakh to 32 lakhs, Bangalore being the highest with 21% of the total slum population. Both the sex ratio and the child ratio in the slum had hiked up from 952 to 1015 and from 948 to 964 respectively. The literacy rate also had risen from the 67% in 2001 to 76% in 2011, which is a good sign. The Karnataka Slum Development Board has been implementing various schemes and programs to facilitate drinking water, drains, toilets, etc. in the slum areas. The board is implementing the centrally sponsored scheme of basic services to the urban poor in Bangalore and Mysore cities, constructing houses for slum dwellers and integrated housing and slum development program with the intention to provide housing to slum dwellers and also improve the environmental conditions of the slums are the basic aims of this board. For the welfare of about 40 lakhs of slum population, the board has launched and also implemented various schemes. Let us see few of them. Slum Improvement Program. Under this program, in the year 2013 and 14, an amount of 8.6 crore rupees was meant for the welfare of the slums. Under this, basic services to the urban poor was being provided. This scheme provided infrastructural facilities to the urban poor. The main objective of this program was to provide a basic services to the urban poor, including security of tenure at affordable prices, improved housing, water supply, and sanitation. Further, ensuring delivery of other already existing universal services of the government for education, health, and social security was also attempted. Karnataka Urban Infrastructure Development and Finance Corporation were assigned the task to monitor and implement the functioning of this program. The Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation has sanctioned to construct more than 18,000 houses, including infrastructure, in 3 phases in selected slums of the Bangalore city. The estimated cost was 522 crores and more than 6,000 houses in the Mysore city with an estimated cost of 203 crores was sanctioned. The funding pattern between central and state government in these schemes for Bangalore city was 50-50. The state share included a beneficiary contribution of 10% for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, and for others it was 12%. For Mysore city, the central government share was 80% and the remaining 20% was borne by the state government. For the first time in the country, Karnataka Slum Development Board adopted a cost-effective and fast-track construction technology called foam technology for the construction of ground floor houses and for G+3 houses, that is, ground floor plus 3-floor houses. There was also monolithic shear wall technology on pilot basis for the construction of dwelling units with infrastructure works under Jawaharlal Nehru Urban Renewal Mission. This technology was eco-friendly and resulted in the reduction of construction cost by 10%, and the time of construction was also reduced by 25%. It was supposed to be more stable and long-lasting and user-friendly, and the conventional bricks and cement blocks were totally avoided in this scheme. Then there was an integrated housing and slum development program. This program was implemented in the year 2005. The program combined the existing schemes such as Valmiki Ambedkar Awas Yojana, National Development Program, and the objective of this integrated approach was to eradicate the poor conditions of these slum dwellers who did not possess adequate shelter and basic facilities. It also aimed to strive for slumless cities with a healthy living and good environment and enhance public and private investment in housing and infrastructure development in urban areas. The central government sanctioned, and there was a monitoring committee of the ministry, and it sanctioned 34 projects for Karnataka in 2 phases. Then came the new projects under the name Rajiv Awas Yojana. Rajiv Awas Yojana has been launched by the central government in the year 2009 and 10 with an objective to provide infrastructural facilities like housing, water supply, etc. to the slum dwellers and to erase the slum areas completely. There is a Directorate of Municipal Administration which has been assigned the task to monitor and implement this Yojana in Karnataka. Under this program, Karnataka government aims to make its state slum-free by 2017. In the first phase, the total of 10 cities and towns have been selected and they have been sanctioned. This covers the population of 3 lakhs and above. Bangalore, of course, is among the 10 selected cities. Under this project, the slum dwellers would be provided with housing and other welfare amenities. The project is completely funded by the central government. The objective of the Rajiv Awas Yojana also included conducting socio-economic survey and GIS mapping, creating conditions of living that are dignified, healthy, and productive for all. It also aimed to seriously address the target of affordable houses for all people in urban areas. Another important objective was to adopt a sustainable strategies that endurably redress the shortage of urban land, amenities, and shelter that lead to the creation of slums. Further, provide a housing on public-private partnership. Conduct IEC activities to create awareness for health, education, sanitation, training, capacity building, and environmental issues to slum dwellers. Now let us see what is meant by overall urban infrastructure development. Urban infrastructure is the key source for economic growth and the urban development. It covers the amenities like water supply for both drinking and industrial purpose, sanitation including sewage and drainage, and domestic energy, roads, and urban transport. There are various programs that have been implemented by the government for the development of these infrastructures. They are water supply. The government of Karnataka came out with an urban drinking water and sanitation policy in 2002. Objective of this policy is universal coverage of water supply, commercial and economical sustainability of the operations, and a minimum level of service to all citizens. The state government has launched many projects to increase the water supply, but there is a lack of effective implementation by the concerned agency, and this has led to serious water supply problems. The average number of hours of water supply per day has actually declined, that is, from 9 hours in 2003 to 7 hours in 2006 in municipal corporations. Of course, that excluded the Bangalore. In town panchayats, it has decreased from 10 hours to 7 hours. From the last few years, the state government had been facing many issues which had popped up due to the shortage of water supply in urban areas, and the enormous cost was involved in this. The issues were how to conserve state water resources, how to evolve a cost-effective method to supply the water to the citizens, how to reduce water losses, how to bring down prices of water, then the issue of inclusion of private sector participation, and also to evolve a proper institutional framework. To find the solutions to these problems, the state government needed to come out with the effectively designed policies to coordinate with departments and Jilla Panchayats regarding the water resources. These urban local bodies can play a prominent role in protecting, rejuvenating and conserving the water resources in the state. These bodies can effectively implement alternative sources of water supply like rainwater, harvesting and recharging the groundwater in their respective areas. Now let us see the various water supply schemes that have been implemented by the state government. We'll start with the Bangalore Water Supply and Sewerage Board. This board has been assigned the task of potable water supply to the citizens of Bangalore, and also the treatment of sewage generated to the required parameters and other sanitation facilities. The state government approved the funding pattern for water supply scheme in 2011. The budget allotted for 2013 and 14 was 175 crore rupees. To achieve these goals, the Bangalore Water Supply and Sewerage Board has been working towards constructing ground-level reservoirs, providing water supply lines and housing service connections, laying water supply pipelines, providing individual toilet facilities in slums under slum development schemes, and sewage lines, etc. were also part of this. Now let us summarize the key points to remember in this essay. They are: from last one decade, the urban slum population in Karnataka has risen from 14 lakh to 32 lakhs. Bangalore, of course, is the highest with 21% of the total slum population. Karnataka Slum Development Board has been implementing various schemes and programs to facilitate drinking water, drains, toilets, etc. in the slum areas. There has been a slum improvement program project during 2013 and 14, estimated cost of more than 85 crore rupees. This scheme aimed to provide infrastructural facilities to the urban poor. The main objective of this program was to provide basic services to the urban poor, including security of tenure at affordable prices, improved housing, water supply, sanitation, and ensuring a delivery of other already existing universal services of the government for education and health and social security were also the main objectives. For the first time in the country, Karnataka Slum Development adopted cost-effective and fast-track construction technology called foam technology for the construction of ground floor and ground plus 3-floor houses. Then there is also integrated housing and slum development program. This program was implemented in the year 2005. This program combined the existing schemes of Valmiki Ambedkar Awas Yojana and National Development Program with an objective of integrated approach in eradicating the poor conditions of the slum dwellers. Rajiv Awas Yojana was another key project that was launched by the central government in the year 2009 and 10, and its objective was to provide infrastructure facilities like housing, water supply, etc. to the slum dwellers and also to erase out the slum areas completely. Under this project, the slum dwellers would be provided with housing and other welfare amenities. The project is completely funded by the central government. Urban infrastructure has been the source of economic growth and urban development. Therefore, it covers the amenities like water supply for both drinking and industrial purpose and sanitation, including sewage and drainage, and also domestic energy, roads, and urban transport. The government of Karnataka came out with an urban drinking and water sanitation policy in 2002. The state government has launched many projects to increase the water supply, but there has been a lack of effective implementation by the concerned agency, and this has led to serious water supply problems. Bangalore Water Supply and Sewerage Board has been assigned the task of supplying potable water and also the treatment of sewage generated to the required parameters, and other sanitation facilities. The state government has approved the funding pattern for water supply scheme in July 2011, and the budget allotted for the year 2013 and 14 was 175 crore rupees.